So if you guys are gonna come here on my live streaming and be disrespectful and criticizing me and all of that, then you're just someone in the Twilight Zone that needs to be taught one word. If nobody told you how much you watching live streaming and it has no value, and you decided to write comments, you are disrespecting, invading my privacy. What privacy? Did you know you have the right to say what you want? Just I'm talking about how long are we going to deny the fact? Everyone that is mentioning about Alzheimer's, dementia, chronic illness is not telling you the unseen issues about the families, about the family that's connected to the family, about the community, about the culture, and all of this. But most of all, it's the people that are watching your videos or looking at pictures on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube are the one are so brutal. You guys can be honest, you guys can be dishonest, but your words definitely can be good versus bad. So as you can see, my eyes are like a twilight. Now, let's talk about real issues. As you can tell, my channel is all about caregiving, okay? If you're not a caregiver, then you probably have nothing to learn from what I'm about to say. If you're a parent, you probably know how it feels. We have so many things in our mind in a day. Nothing can take us down. Sometimes we have to think about what people said about us. Is it true? Is it false and all that? But then you realize nobody cares. Now, I don't know who you guys are, but can be your auntie or your grandma. I'm already 50, going to be 57. I'm going to be 57, and I'm talking about my journey as a caregiver, the decision, the choices, and the conflict in the family. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, are you guys a primary caregiver for your mom, your dad, or grandparents? Are you the one in charge of everything? Why am I crying? I have reached my limits and thinking I'm doing my family a favor. To tell the truth, it's been 25 years, 24/7. That equivalent to $1 million of my time for taking care of my parents. So that means if it's two, that's $2 million. And I realized, what is it saving me? What is doing it for the family? Is it giving medical? No. Is it giving me dental? No. Is it giving me anything? No. I'm just contributing to something for the next generation. So in other words, I'm crying because it took me a long time to realize I need to go get help. I need to go call for the hospice to get a nurse or caregiver that could help me with my mom. Because she's going through the Alzheimer phases, the aggressions, and all of this, why do I need to suffer? Why do I need to have my hair pulled? Why do I need to be emotionally drained all the time. If you're a caregiver, you know what I'm trying to say. Now, to be a parent, that's a different story. Your kids, now, there's a difference. The elderly versus the younger, our kids or grandchildren. There's only so much we could do. But our role to tell the truth is an important role. Even though we're probably not going to get paid to be a mom and dad, paid to be a caregiver and primary caregiver, because it is what it is. I was crying because I am suffering the guilt trip. Thinking about, because I'm Filipino, everyone is saying, well, you got this. But nobody wants to contribute. Nobody wants to consult. Nobody wants to give their help and whatever. It is so hard when you have to make all the decisions. And when you make the decision, your siblings start to tell you, you are wrong. You are wrong. That it belongs to us. That belongs to my children. Oh, this? Oh, how much did you pay for this? How much did you pay for this? It's crazy. Everyone here needs to realize when your brother and sister start itemizing everything that you're doing, there is something wrong. They're more worried about the itemized list, about the toilet paper, about the soap, than worrying about your mom and dad. Let me take up my eyes off and be natural. Oh, did I remove it? No, it's still there. I know you're going. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you're right. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess nobody even made content about how do you know your brother and sister is going after you when they tell you they want itemized lists. Do you realize how ridiculous that is? Itemized lists, every single penny. Do you realize how ridiculous that is? How in the hell can you itemize toilet paper? Starbucks. And you don't want to contribute anything to your mom and dad. No hospital bed, that was $500, the railing $100, the medical supplies and all that, but they want an itemized list because, hey, brother, sister, kuya, ate, I want to know everything that was spent in the house. Do you realize that's over 25 years? You're saying you want your brother and sister to keep a receipt for 25 years? So that's one. Thank you. You got to realize, I'm saying the truth. Here we're thinking we save our income tax, but we don't even think about like saving all the receipts because one day our sisters and brothers will itemize everything. Did they ever give a gift certificate to your mom and dad? Did they ever give flowers to them? So today I'm talking about the dark side of caregiving. If you are a caregiver and you've been in a situation with your brother and sister, you know what I'm trying to say. It's true. It's going to hurt everyone in the future because they think I'm exaggerating it to tell the truth. It is brutal. Next is you need the medical documents. Next is you need records. I mean, that's why I document everything. But here's another thing. Because you document everything, it could be a good versus bad. Especially if you are doing content before this all happened. I mean, I gotta admit, when I get told somebody is taking my content, and I realize something. This is a hint for you guys. If you know someone in your family is stalking you, cyber stalking you, harassing you, is when they suddenly your videos that you created maybe 10 years, 15 years ago, and it suddenly just reappear. And you realize how many people that hate you or your trolls can be so vicious to collect all these things you did in the past. Maybe you had mental breakdown. Maybe you were screaming, yelling, and all that. But to tell the truth, it is normal to want to be a comedian. It's normal you want to be a foodie. It's normal you want to go hiking. But it's not normal to be scrutinized by someone that is out there for the honeypot. You know what I'm talking about. So I told my mom and dad long ago that I will be there for them. I will be there. I will protect them and all that. But I would not sway myself for the sake of my brothers to like their spouse and all that because I want to make peace. You don't do that. You don't know anyone. The dark side of a family and their wives and husband is the minute they know they got you under their finger, you are screwed. You are under their minds, and they can do whatever they want. They can get any information out of you because you are going to bow to your brother and sister for the sake of the family. No. Where does it say to be a caregiver, you need to set aside your dignity, your respect, everything, so you can provide all this for your mom and dad and have your brother or sister and their spouses go after you. So here's another thing. So let's suppose you are in the caregiving and your mom and dad are still sound-minded or they're not sound-minded, and they did all these paperwork. Then your brother and their spouses and their kids are like ganging up. And all they could think about is going after you. Do you think they care about you? Do you think that they care about the issue about how we're going to be a family and work through this family caregiving issue? No. It's their family against you. And they put their kids in between. Now you're not the enemy. Now you're the enemy. The enemy to your niece and nephew. And then here comes the ugly part. You have to set your sides aside and say, okay, I am not the enemy. Don't have a niece and nephew. It's just my brother and me. And that's how I handle it. That's what I've been handling. I do not put blank, blank, blank into my thoughts because in the end, it's between my brother and me and the paperwork. So if you're out there, you guys think it is going to be a happy-go-lucky story. It's not going to be happy-lucky. It's going to be your nightmare. And if your name is not on the documents, Lord have mercy on you. You should have just given up what you're doing. I know you know what she said, give up. Give it up. Surrender. let the one who is legally in charge take over. Let them taste their own medicine. Let them take the accountability, responsibility of everything. And then you have the right to tell them what you feel. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm saying there's these documents you need if you go to the doctors. It's called the medical directory. It's called the power of attorney. It's called the living will and all of this. You need it because it says everything. Your brother, your sister won't have any access to your mom and dad if their name is not on the document. So you're making a decision. If your mom and dad needs help, you have to do it, even though you're trying to hold off because your brother and sister said, I need the item on the list. Nobody tells, your brother and sister are not going to tell you, okay, you know what, I Googled, there's a hospice here, there's caregiving, there's nursing home, this is how much it is, this is how much, okay. You and us and them will split. Your brother and sister will never tell you that. Why? You think they want the financial burden? No. They want it for themselves. They want you to do all the dirty work. So I just said to myself, okay, I can handle this because the Alzheimer's taking it to the level. She can't go to the commode. She can't pull up those disposable diapers. Now she's going to have to use the brief underwear. So most likely the bed is going to finally be used. It's called the electric bed. I'm just going to raise it up, roll her to one side, put the diaper on. And it's the hardest thing, I gotta say this. Nobody ever even thought like, will you be doing this? You think you would be doing it with your brothers and sisters, that you're doing it alone. And the ugly side is with it, mentally strong, you have to do it. It is your duty, it's your responsibility and everything. There's nobody here unless you're going to pay someone to do it. But there's only so much I can handle. And it's going to hurt you more when you know that it is out of your control. Your mom, your dad needs it. They need the professional. They need socialization. They need to see someone besides your face. So I heard the number one problem with caregivers are our parents do not want to see us as caregivers. They want us to treat them as their parents, not their patients. They want us to give them their unconditional love, everything. Because number one, number two, number three, your brother, your sister, and everyone ain't going to give it. Are you going to wait for them to arrive? Are you going to wait for that door to open? You need to give them love, unconditional love. I keep telling myself that. I keep telling myself that. There's only so much I can do. Me trying to help the community. Because nobody did this for me. Nobody made a video that you can actually relate to and feel what they're feeling. So what is the worrisome of caregivers? I hate to say this. This time, I usually stay awake until 2 o'clock in the morning to make sure my mom makes it up to the next morning. They always say, you never know. When God's calling you, they're going. No letter, no nothing. maybe we're not materialistic, but for all those caregivers, just remember, you're not gonna, no flowers, no gifts in the world's gonna replace what your mom and dad needs. They need you to love them as a daughter and a son or grandson, not as a caregiver. Don't show up in scrubs and all that and just treat them like your patient. Treat them with extra special. And the feeling you're going to get, even though you're struggling mentally, is you did your best when nobody was there for you. Not every day you can live stream me. Not every day you can film everything, but sometimes I feel like I need to document it, not for the views, not for the likes. So when the day happens, and everyone doubts me and my family, they will realize my story in Hawaii has made a huge impact on the kapuna, the elderly population. My mom met a lot of fans from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and sometimes YouTube. But I have met connections from men and ladies who are going through it myself or lost their loved one. And they tell me, Mom, remind me of my grandma. And I know it's hard, but I'll be beside you. So I have friends from, one guy from Washington, D.C., one from San Diego, another one is from Algeria, another one is from, a couple from Hawaii, but to tell the truth, I get inspired to see people who are caregivers on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube when I see them doing what I'm doing. Sadly, not everyone is being authentic about what's really going on, but it's not the word burnout. It's not about you. It's people telling us it's our fault why we're feeling like this. Do you realize the possibility of us asking people to help us? What is the possibility that everyone said no, no, no? You have to compromise to get them. No, I'm not going to compromise anything anymore. I'm just going to do what I have to do. So I want to say thank you for listening to me through my struggles when I started posting about caregiving. Not about the gardening, not about the DIY, not about the fooding, all of this. Is how I hope my videos will inspire everyone to think about, like, even though we are exhausted and all that, and we need something to take with the pain, the isolation, we can use how we feel to help someone else. Gardening, doing DIY, talking about how I feel. To bring everyone closer together and realize you're not alone. I know I could be jeopardizing what I said, but why am I scared? I'm not going around telling people I want to see itemized list about everything when I didn't contribute anything to whatever situation you are. Shame. It's a shame to hear it from people to say that to me. I want to see the retreat. I'm like, why only now? So it happened 3 times. So now you know your brother and sister are greedy. Your mom and dad has the legal right to use that money. Because who will do it? Who will be making the choices when you can't do it? That's where another situation comes in. So if you can't make the choices, the next person will do it. And that person will probably do it more worse than what you're doing. They're not doing it because they're following what the paper says. They're doing it for their selfish needs. I'm going to ruin my sister. I'm going to ruin my brother. I'm going to ruin everyone. I'm going to teach everybody a lesson. Now, my true intention, taking this role for my parents, to be with them through the twilight years. Everything they said to me, it ain't come true, to tell the truth. What I'm doing for my family for 25 years is 1 million. 1 million something to be there for them. So I don't feel like a piece of shit like I usually do, because I know I contribute that much to my family, just like you. So if you're out there, you go on Gemini app and you just say, how much am I worth if I gave care? Then you can ask Gemini what your parents did for your brothers, your sisters. And then ask Gemini, is it fair? Or anything that you want to ask Gemini about your situation. Now, if I didn't mention this, my parents worked hard for the money. My parents were controlling freak, and they're Filipino. So Filipinos is all about everything. Helping. So here's another question. When your mom and dad is doing all these paperwork, did you know you can get in trouble? What do you mean get in trouble? You're going to a lawyer to fill up all these papers. Did you know you can get in trouble if they find out you actually got your parents to sign over all these documents? So in other words, your parents need to be sound-minded, okay? Sound-minded. Not when they have the Alzheimer's or dementia. It's before all of this happened. It happened when my dad died. We did all of this paperwork. First thing they're going to ask you, your mom and dad that's left behind, the one that's going to take care of you, where are they? So my mom said, oh, he's in Seattle. And the Lord said, how is he going to take care of you if he's in Seattle? It has to be somebody in Hawaii. So that's where it came up. So all those people that doubting you, let them doubt. Because at the end, like what I said, not everything what your parents said is going to happen, because 2012, can you imagine what happened? The stock market crashed, they got the COVID, and all of the economy, the war. Where do you think the money's gone? So think about it before you guys wonder, why is your family and your brothers and sisters and everyone going after you? Because you have the power. The power we have is to give our mom and a dad and grandparents the best of the twilight years. It's not to itemize everything. Here's another thing. It is true. It is true. It's in the trust. The trust that your parents put into you. Do nothing, say nothing, and just do what we tell you. Oh, there's only so much I can do. This week is the week I need to go get the help, because I can't. I'm just emotionally drained. I can't do it anymore. So all your brothers or sisters, spouse, they want to report it to your brother or sister. Oh, they said this. She's falling apart. She's falling apart. Oh, they're meant to. We need to come. Like, how are you guys going to help your brother and sister who are providing care for 25 years, 24 hours, 7 days, and how many years? How are you going to say that your wife, your husband telling you all of this, and you're just going to step on the plane and fly down and take the role? How is that going to help? Here, number one, the judge is going to ask your brother, like, where were you? Oh, my wife, my husband said this about my sibling. The judge is going to ask you, so where were you? Did you contribute anything to mom and dad's caregiving? Did you know your mom, and your sister and your niece or your nephew are the one that's providing care? And why are you here? Do you know when you try to come out of state or another country and you come and you try to contest everything because you were misinformed by your spouse or your lover that things are going crazy and you want to take in the role. Sorry to say this. Not everything you see on social media is true because you need receipts, right? So keep your receipts, doctor's visit, hospitals, and everything, and document everything because it's going to save you. Your brother, your sister, or whoever is going to contest that you're a miserable person and you're doing all of this. It is so sad. Thank you.